broadcasting live from the Business Radio X studios in Houston, Texas. It's time for Houston Business Radio. Now, here's your host.
Hello, Houston. Trisha Stetzel here, bringing you another episode of Houston Business Radio Beyond the Uniform series. I'm stoked about this guest that I have on with me today, Darrin Glover. He is a seasoned human resource executive and program manager with more than 20 years of experience leading people, building systems, and driving organizational success. With a strong background in personnel management, policy development, and leadership training, Darrin has created HR procedures, orientation programs, and mentorship systems that increase accountability, efficiency, and employee engagement. Darrin, welcome to the show.
Chris, I tell you, it's truly my honor and my pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me today.
Yes, absolutely. Before we started recording, you were telling me so many things I didn't already know about you. I'm like, we have to get started because I want to know more about Darrin. So number one, thank you for your service, fellow Navy veteran. Would love to learn a little bit more about you, Darrin. So share a few things about yourself.
Thank you so much. Again, it's an honor and a pleasure to be here. I want to give all praises due to God for allowing us to wake up and be here today. But a little bit about me, just right there. I'm God's child, AJ and Faye Glover, oldest son, small town, Porterville, Louisiana. I graduated class of '02. Joined the Navy a couple months after that as an undesignated seaman, and went off to the war on terrorism. Turned 19 on the way to the war. Spent 21 years as an HR. Ended up becoming an HR professional as a yeoman. For those that are in the Navy, yeoman made chief in 2013. Retired in 2023. 4 ships. Special forces, recruiting, joint, overseas, engineering assessment Pacific, and just a host of things are bouncing all over with 7 combat deployments. Wonderful career, and I couldn't have done it without my family behind me.
Absolutely. And now you're the business development guru for Rig Runner Terminal 306, right? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. You talked all the HR things, and I get a lot of pings for HR jobs, but I'm excited about this new venture. People that know me know I go across a lot of things. I have several things that I dibble and dabble in, but right now I'm mostly excited about this business development here at Rig Runner. It's hard to really talk about it only because of the excitement and the opportunity. Most people don't know about oil and gas. People don't know about how oil and gas and transportation go together. Most people don't even know what business development is. However, hell, I'll be honest with you. Until April 9th, I didn't know what business development was. I didn't know what rig runner was. I didn't know none of this world existed of ONG or LNG, and I am thankful for it. Being in business development, I'll tell you, although the industry is new, the tactics, the drive, the understanding is very, very similar. And that's a lot of what I can tell you that the Navy prepared me for this position.
Yes, it did. And by the way, if you guys are not watching the video on YouTube and you're only listening, I'm going to encourage you to go jump on the YouTube channel and take a look at the background behind Darrin, because it is absolutely amazing, all of the things that you've prepared to be behind you on the show today. Thank you for that.
I had to, it's my office, and I wanted to make sure that not only did I have something that represent me, but represent your show. Uh, we're representing for veterans. We're representing for the families. We're representing for the industries, past and present. And as you say, beyond the uniform. And a lot of people get hung up on titles, rank, But a lot of times it's the things behind the uniform that makes that uniform so bright.
Yeah, absolutely. And many of us continue to serve after we've served, and that is very
So,
important. So I want to circle back in a few minutes around the business development and rig runner, but I want to also dive into this mentorship since we're talking about the what we learned in the military and how we're giving back or continue to serve others. You have been very involved in mentorship programs for decades, so let's talk about that. What mentorship looked like for you in the military and what it looks like for you now beyond the military.
I will tell you from day one, mentorship has been vital. I'll start when I say day one, I mean even my Navy recruiter, uh, Frank Evans. It's funny, we actually see each other often. He's retired PS1. He works at my old middle school as a teacher. We still talk pretty often, and we still talk to this day after all these years of after meeting. His mentorship really guided me through my recruiting process. He stayed active throughout my naval career, and running into other people like Chris Henderson on my first ship, and Telly Miles, a host of other, great servicemen like Scotty Scruggs, Derek Cox. That's just on my first ship to really introduce a 18-year-old kid that's from a
Mhm.
small country town to the big city to the world, preparing to go defend the country. And that
Mhm.
was important to me. And I will really tell you that that helped my career. My first command was amazing, getting several accommodation medals, 2004 Junior Sailor of the Year, and a lot of that, a majority of that, could test to two people: one, my wife, and two, people like Tilly Miles and Chris Henderson. And because
Mhm.
of that, and it set the trajectory for a very successful career. So I maintained in it, and it was forced to me that these are the things that we have to do, because you
Mhm.
never know where someone may be. On top of that, I followed up and then became a Navy recruiter. 37 months, uh, Navy recruiting district, Nashville, Tennessee. I started out in Pine Bluff, Arkansas in 2009. If anyone knows about Pine Bluff, Arkansas at the time, it's one of the poorest areas. Crime was high.
Mhm.
Delta was the Delta, Mississippi, from Pine Bluff all the way down to the Louisiana state line. One of the poorest areas in the nation, but one of the richest in resources. And we found ways to be successful. Not only did I win FY10 Medium Station Recruiter of the Year across 5 states, our zone in Arkansas was the number one zone across 5 states. And it allowed us to dive into those resources and look past the screen of poverty and not resources, and find the
Mhm.
best and brightest in our area to serve our country. So those things really, and some of those gentlemen, men and women that I even recruited, I had one guy text me last night, "I'm calling you tomorrow, Glove. I need to talk to you about something." And he's a senior chief in Hawaii right now.
Wow. Wow. So bringing you up in the military, you named off so many mentors that you had, and then you eventually became a recruiter, which automatically puts you in this mentor state to other young people who want to be a part of serving our country. In your new role as the business development, I'm going to call you the business development officer because that sounds really important to me, for Rig Runner.
Exactly.
How do
I'm gonna
you
start adding that to
find
my email.
right? Yeah, I think it sounds pretty official. Um, how does the mentorship play out in this new role that you're in now with Rig Runner?
In two parts, personal and professional. Professional as coming with a wealth of knowledge of not only how to mentor, but organizational development, HR resources, and training and development, period. Getting into with an industry and group of professionals that have already been doing it, adding to the success. being able to expand organizational norms, shrink down distractions, and add value to where we're at, and
Mhm.
also learn. Remember, I'm new. I just started this job in April of 2025. And what I thought I was going to be doing, what I said I was going to be doing, and what I'm doing today is absolutely and completely different. And also what I get to do. The second part of this on personal is uh, for those that know me and those that don't know me, I am very active in my fraternity from college, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, where we host a mentorship program of Omega Lamplighters in San Diego, my home chapter. We host the Dr. Jam program, where we host a series of informational mentoring for young men from the age from fifth grade all the way up to 12th grade. Because sometimes, in most cases, we need that mentorship in a world that everything is here, there, and being in the military, I was gone. So having that mentor when I was away, understanding that, having a place for, not troubled kids. It's always seemed that mentorship is for troubled kids. And it's not that.
Mhm.
It is, the 4.0 student, the 4.0 athlete, student athlete, he or she needs a mentor as well too. So having those spaces where people can not only have, receive, and continue mentorship from professionals and people with high regards that they can look up to or help guide them to where they need to be.
Yeah, it's so important. So, Darren, anybody who's interested in learning more about that program or even just connecting with you, what is the best way for them to reach out?
Best way to reach out, LinkedIn, on my LinkedIn bio, you can email me directly, Darren .d.glover at gmail.com. I have a host of things that, on my LinkedIn that will allow us to get to those opportunities and to really show when people connect with me directly on any of the other social media outlets, you will see a different host of opportunities, things that we're hosting, things that we're doing not only for us but for the community and our
Mhm.
mentees. We find it important that if we could go out in the community as adults, how do we show the younger generation? So that's why we partner uh, with the breast cancer walks, blood drives, and all the communities to really show, to exercise that muscle of not only community service, mentorship, and just understanding. Because I can honestly say, I had no clue ONG existed in my hometown, in my area. I've learned more in the last 5 months about ONG, LNG, economics for Northwest Louisiana than I did the whole entire time, even from living here and being in the Navy. So I'm very thankful for the mentorship that I'm getting right now and being a mentee because it's rewarding.
Yeah, fantastic. And you guys, if you're looking for Darren on LinkedIn, it's DarrinGlover. Of course, I will put the links in the show notes so you guys can just point and click if you're sitting in front of your computer. Please do not do that if you are driving. Wait till you get home and then you can point and click and connect with Darren. I want to circle back around to something that you said when you were talking about mentoring, and that mentoring isn't just for those who are troubled or need help. We also need to be mentoring our high success or high achievers. Can you talk more about the importance of being there for our high achievers as well?
Vital. And the reason why it's vital because when you are flying high, as we know, oxygen gets low. And when oxygen gets low, things don't click all the time. And we need that. And I'll tell you, it was the simplest question. Who does the doctor go to? Who does the dentist go to? Right?
Mm,
In the military,
mhm.
who does the chief go to? Who does the XO go to? Who does the commanding officer go to? Who does the admiral go to? And having mentors at all those levels, uh, at the enlisted level, officer level, senior enlisted, and senior officer levels, and all of them contest to one thing: mentorship.
Mm.
And their success was driven by that because it allows them to do that. And when you take on to that, when you say that, okay, I need mentorship and I need that breath of fresh air, I need that boot, I need that redirection, I need that senior leadership and even sometimes junior leadership because my 19-year-old son, who's a college student, pre-med major at LSU, we talk. And there's been some things here lately that he's learning in his journey as a young adult that he's saying, hey, Dad, have you thought about this? And I was like, I don't like this, but okay, right? But at the end of the day, it's warm welcome and it's needed. And we need to make sure that we take for those that are privileged enough to have mentors in our life that pour into us, make sure that we're thankful for that mentorship and show that gratitude as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the saying that the 5 people you spend the most time with, you become the average of. So, who do you want to become the average of? And I always say the people who are bigger, better, faster, stronger than me. And those are the people I'm looking for. People like you, Darrin. People like you. I want to hang out with you. Hey, congratulations on having an amazing, successful son, and can't wait to hear the rest of that story. All right, I want to circle back around. We talked a little bit about your military service earlier, and I want to circle back to that conversation. You recently transitioned just within the last couple of years out of the military and into this new space that you're in. How was that? Was it challenging? Was it easy? Tell me more.
I'm a glass over full type guy. And I would tell every veteran, it is a ride. It doesn't matter how much you prepare, there is a shift. Shift for understanding, shift for space, shift for belonging, shift for need, shift for want. I tell you, for me, it was a very unique ride. Being the fact that, a lot of moving pieces happened at the end, moving from California to Louisiana, to going from not only 2 different states, 2 different mindsets, 2 different cultures. Uh, that was easy. A lot of people like, man, I know you miss San Diego. I do miss San Diego. That's why I go often. However, I will tell you that being back here has allowed me to see just different things. Being in the Navy and across my diverse landscape of commands, I can live anywhere. It doesn't bother me. So that was easy. Really understanding where you want to be, how you want to be. That was more challenging than moving. I'm an HR guy. I was looking for HR jobs and landed a tech job for a major tech company. And did that for a year and 8 months and woke up on the first day of vacation and said that, hey, we lost the contract and you were no longer needed. Okay,
Mhm.
cool. What's next? That's where mentorship comes into play. How do you deal with that? How do you pull that? And I add to that. My wife lost her job the same day too because we worked together.
Wow.
You know what we did? We went on vacation. I said, pack a bag, let's go. We went to see our son in Baton Rouge for a weekend, right? And I don't say that to be cocky or anything. I just said we have to redirect the focus. Right? And a mentor told me, hey man, you need to get away. Just take a deep breath, like your glove, you're gonna be okay. And I thank him for that. And you move forward. Then I landed this job here at Rig Runner. And I'm just so thankful for that. And the mentorship that I'm getting here from people that I don't even know. So I really appreciate the mentorship, and it allows us to really be diverse. And I'll tell you that that's another characteristic from the military that helped me. How do I go from being in the military to a tech job to working in logistics and oil and gas? It's no different than transferring from the USS Nashville to go on the Expeditionary Strike Group 2 to USS Gunston Hall to Camp Liberty, Djibouti, Africa. You know, and we use those skills to make things where they need to be.
Mm-hmm. So I love that your glass is always overflowing. Somebody told me this, and I'm going to let you steal it from me. It's refillable. Isn't that amazing? The glass is refillable. It's never empty. It's never too full. We just refill it. And I love that you have such a great attitude. And veterans and even those in active duty are very resilient. And we are, most of us, very used to shift and change and going with the flow because we're changing duty stations all the time. I know there are a lot of veterans listening today, Darrin, particularly to your story because you are so fresh coming out of the military and transitioning into this new position. What advice would you give to those who are close to their retirement or close to leaving the military and thinking about what am I going to do next? I don't even know what to wear when I wake up the day after I get out of the military, right? What advice would you give them to those people who are listening that are close to getting out of the military?
I'll lean in a little bit, and I'm going to say this directly. First and foremost, make sure that you have a great relationship with God. Number one, have a great relationship with your family, and have a great relationship with yourself. Don't stop working out, whether it's running, calisthenics, even if it's just jumping jacks, right? Get some sun. I also tell you to relax a little bit because it's scary. But also, the main point that I tell any veteran right now is this: go back to MEPS. No, go back to the hotel.
Mm.
Go back to the hotel. Go pick up Darrin. See what Darrin wanted.
Mhm.
See, do you still love that what Darrin wanted to do at 18, 19, 20, or whatever year you joined the Navy? And see, do those dreams still have fuel? And if they got fuel, put a flame to it and
Mhm.
try it out. If you're not in a position to try it out, if you're in a position where I know so many service members get out in survival mode, focus on getting out of survival mode. You do that and you will get out of survival mode quick. But number one, take a deep breath, allow yourself to breathe, and don't be scared to put the backpack down. As a guy that has led at a high level for many years, starting from being junior in the Navy and making rank fast all the way until the day that I retired, and still now to this day, we have to make sure that we're good and we look at what we like to do. Take a deep breath. It has been a fun ride. People say, "Oh, thank you for your service." I tell them, "Hey, it was 21 years of being a rock star. It was my pleasure." And that's not nothing from Chick-fil-A. It's truly an honor, to do the things that we've done and experience the thing. And some veterans don't even realize you have written history. We study history. Well, guess what? Someone's going to study what we've done. We've done some amazing things in the last 2 decades, 3 to 4 decades that will forever be stitched into the history books, and be proud of that work. Some of it's not the best, but be proud of what you've done because we do live in a country that's different, that's better, that allow us to do things to not only go from being in the military to oil and gas.
Mhm. So profound. I have so many things. Darrin, you're going to have to come back on the show because we're almost out of time and I have so many
Oh
more
man,
questions for you.
I am
Okay.
here.
I thank you for saying that. There are a lot of veterans out there that don't talk about being veterans, that it's not because they're not proud. They just don't run in the same circles. They don't have people in their life that they have this type of conversation with. So, what would you say about that? Like, how do I, as newly out of the military, I'm not telling anyone that I'm a veteran. I'm kind of hiding in the background, doing my own thing because I'm resilient. I know how to
Yeah.
go GSD, get stuff
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
How do I open up and find a mentor, get the right people in the room, and really embrace my brothers and sisters that were also in the military because they understand the story? So where do I go from here, Darrin?
When you pick your mentor, most of us pick the mentor in the early in our career and we stay with him or her,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And that's Leo Godet. You pick up the phone, you call Leo Godet, you say, Leo, hey, I'm not having a good day today. How can I,
Mhm.
and he might pick up the phone, he say, hey man, you do XYZ, or hey, go call the Admiral, go call Dano. Okay, cool. Or depending on what we got going, hey, you go call this friend, because we all have that mentor or friend that retired before us, 20, 24, 36 months before us. And we get that mentorship. It was good for the goose. It got to be good for the retirement, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing. Get that veteran retiree,
Okay.
and let him or her show you uh, where to go, how to feel. And I know that wholeheartedly because I'm Navy and I moved right next to the largest B-52 Air Force base, Barksdale Air Force Base. So it's Air Force country and Army country here. So when I see a sailor, oh, it's shipmate all day. We hugging and everything.
Even virtually hugging, Darrin.
Yes,
Oh my
yes.
gosh. Yes. This has been such a fantastic conversation. I really appreciate your time today. This has been a long time coming, and we're going to
Yeah,
do this again. Okay.
we will.
All right.
Thank you so much again. The honor and the pleasure is all
Mm.
mine, and I cannot wait to do this again. Again, if you need to reach me, Darrin.d.glover@gmail, or see me on LinkedIn, or you see me around, give you a high five and let's go.
I love it. Darrin, thank you so much for being with me today. And that's all the time we have for this show. If you found value in this conversation I had with Darrin today, please share it with a fellow entrepreneur, a veteran, or a Houston leader ready to grow. And be sure to follow, rate, and review the show. It helps us reach more bold business minds just like yours. And your business, your leadership, and your legacy are built one intentional step at a time. So stay inspired, stay focused, and keep building the business and the life you deserve.